Namaste, dear students. How are you doing? Today, I am going to talk about the writing section of the question paper that you will have to deal with in the SEE examination. So, let's begin today's class. The specification grid talks about 4 writing tasks in the SEE examination. You can look at the screen there. Have a look. First, writing 1, which is guided writing. You can see there GW1, which is guided writing. And this guided writing is of 5 marks. And then you will have to write 100 words. So, what are the topics? Have a look at this box here. Paragraph, description of table, charts, diagrams, a set of instructions, recipe, advertisement, notice, and a set of rules and regulation. So, this is guided writing 1. And in guided writing 2, have a look here. You will be asked either a news story or a skeleton story or message of condolence, message of congratulations, invitation letter, thank you letter, and biography. Then in free writing starts in third writing task. So, this is free writing 1. So, here you will have to write on your own. There will be no guidelines given. So, the weightage for this is 6 marks, and then you will have to write 150 words. So, this word limit could be around plus or minus 10%. So, you have to be careful about the word limit as well. So, what are the question types? So, you will be asked to write paragraph in which you will have to present your views, your opinion, or your experience and feelings. Then another question could be leave application, then job application, or a dialogue. Then the last one, writing 4. It's a free writing 2. Here again, you will write your own feelings in your own way. So, that's about 200 words. What are the questions? What kind of questions are asked here? The first one is personal or official letter, then letter to the editor, then email, or a short essay, which could be a narrative essay, which could be an argumentative essay, or a descriptive essay. Again, you will be asked diary writing as well, or a newspaper article, or a book review, or a film review, and the weightage is 8 marks. So, for this writing 4. Now, how the most important thing is how your writing task is assessed, how a teacher or an examiner assess your writing tasks. First, you remember about the content or a subject matter. The content refers to the question. What is the important thing there? What you have to write about? That's the content. Then another is organization, how the ideas or how the contents are organized, arranged. So, you have to be careful while arranging the ideas. Ideas must be arranged in a logical order, chronological order. You remember that way. So, do not write or haphazard sentences. Otherwise, your teacher will reduce the mark, will deduct the mark there. So next is appropriateness and correctness of language, which means you have to be careful about the sentence structure or the grammar. So grammar also is also an important part there. Then next, what is assessed is coherence and cohesion. So how words and sentences are related together. So while writing, you have to pay attention to all these things. And the other one is range of vocabulary. So vocabulary, as far as possible, do not repeat the same vocabulary. As far as possible, use synonymous words if same idea has to be expressed. So your vocabulary, your knowledge of vocabulary is also assessed in your writing task, because you have to communicate, you have to convince your teacher with your writing. Then next, some of the writing tasks require format. For example, letter or a dialogue or an essay. So what type of writing you are asked? Remember the format or the layout as well. Then next, how marks are allocated, how your teacher marks your writing. So basically, as per the assessment, the previous slide you have seen just now. So I have developed here 3 content areas, 3 topic, like for checking your answers. So number 1 is content. So content has the full mark 3. So this is for a 5 marks writing. Content 3 marks, vocabulary, layout and organization 1 mark, grammar and mechanics 1 marks. So your teacher must have told you about the rubrics. Otherwise, you will have to sit together with your teacher and prepare the rubrics in the coming days, like in other classes as well. So teachers are requested here to inform the kids or to inform the students of other classes as well about the rubrics. So let me come there again. So content, you will get 3 out of 3 if your writing is like this: effectively stated and strongly supported content by fully addressing the prompt. Prompt means the question. So if you are writing, so this is how 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1, 0.5 and 0. This is how your write-up will be assessed. And now about the vocabulary, layout and organization. So 1 mark is allocated here. So if varied vocabulary, coherent sentence structures and linking words, then you will get 1 out of 1. So for your kind information, minor mistakes are neglected. So if you have a negligible errors, negligible mistakes, then the teacher will consider for them. Similarly, if your writing has a varied vocabulary, incoherent sentence structures and linking words, then 0.5 will be deducted there, or you will be awarded 0.5 marks only. So for grammar and mechanics, again 1 mark, and out of that, rare grammatical, punctuation and spelling errors, not many errors, very few errors, negligible errors, you will get 1 out of 1. So no mark will be deducted. And if there are frequent grammatical, punctuation and spelling errors, then 0.5 will be definitely deducted. That's why if you have a rich content, then you will get high marks, and you are likely to get 5 out of 5, 6 out of 6, 8 out of 8 marks in your writing task. So let's talk now about grammar. So in grammar, you will have 2 types of questions. Number 1, reproduction. Number 2, grammar in context. Reproduction consists of 6 questions. Those 6 questions are tense, question tag, reported speech, voice, interrogation or double S questions, and then negation. You will have been asked to make negative sentences. And grammar 2, or the second type of grammar question, is grammar in context, which we can also call multiple choice questions. So there are 4 choices given in each question. And what could be the content area for the question? Articles, prepositions, you can look at the screen as well, tense, question tag, voice, reported speech, connectives, conditional sentences, subject verb agreement, causative verbs, modal auxiliaries, adjectives and adverbs, and relative pronouns. Now, it's time for looking at the example of the questions. What questions come in the SEE examination? Let's look at number 5 in the screen. Have a look. Write a paragraph stating the advantages of walking as a physical exercise in about 100 words. You can use the given clues. So the clues are given there. Have a look. Walking, physical activity, minimizes heart diseases, connects one with people and places, mental health, sound mind in sound body, controls obesity. Look, you will have to write 100 words using the clues given here. Let me show you the answer to this question, and then I will say what things you have to focus on while writing this kind of guided task. So please have a look at the screen and read the writing. Walking is a good form of physical exercise that has a number of advantages. Firstly, it helps reduce the risk of heart diseases by keeping the heart healthy and active. It reduces the excessive body fat. Walking allows us to connect with both people and places by promoting social interactions and a sense of belonging. It gives us an opportunity to visit new places that greatly fosters mental health. Consequently, we have a sound mind in a sound body. Lastly, regular walking definitely controls obesity by burning calories and maintaining a healthy weight. All these benefits make walking and well-being. Walking is therefore an excellent and no-cost physical activity for people of all ages and fitness levels. So now, listen what you are required to do while dealing with the task like this. First, look, you have walking and physical activity. So first thing is you need to write a topic sentence. The first sentence. Every paragraph starts with the topic sentence, remember. And this topic sentence you have to develop from the first clue. So there are two words like walking and physical activity. You can relate them the way I have written a sentence there. Look at the underlined words. Walking is a good form of physical exercise. So you describe the topic. Here, look at the question here. Advantages of walking as a physical exercise. So look, walking is a good form of physical exercise. So this is how we develop a topic sentence. Then you explain that, you add a little more ideas on that. See, I have added that has a number of advantages, because we are talking about the advantages, and I have written that way. So firstly, look at the next. We have a second sentence, second clue, like minimizes heart disease. So firstly, what are the advantages? Number one, it helps reduce the risk of heart disease. So connect the clue and then write. By keeping the heart healthy and active, it reduces the excessive body fat. That's a supporting detail. I'm pretty sure your teachers have told you about two things. One, main idea, and other, supporting detail. So whenever you are writing any paragraph or any essay, you will remember these things like topic sentence or main idea and supporting details. So you will develop the idea and you will support it with examples. So look, walking allows us to connect with both people and places by promoting social interactions and sense of belonging. So connects one with people and places. And now next, it gives us an opportunity to visit new places that greatly fosters mental health. It's given in there, mental health. Have a look. Then consequently, we have a sound mind in a sound body. Sound mind in a sound body. You have here sound mind in a sound body. Lastly, regular walking definitely controls obesity. By burning calories. How? By burning calories and maintaining a healthy weight. All these benefits. Now the conclusion. All these benefits make walking simple but effective way to nurture overall health and well-being. So this is how you end. Now remember, this walking is therefore, I have given you two ways to conclude. One, all these benefits make walking simple but effective way to nurture overall health and well-being. The other one you can replace with these highlighted words also. Walking is therefore an excellent and no-cost physical activity for people of all ages and fitness level. So I'm pretty sure you have got some idea on how we can write the guided writing. So let me tell you what are the strategies you have to apply here while dealing with these kind of text. Write a topic sentence. So first you need to start with the topic sentence. Then second, connect words and expression. So what is given here? You see the blank space here? So you connect the first with second, second with third, like this way. So connect the words and expression, connect the ideas given there. Then next, provide example. Most important thing, remember, when you write the content or a topic sentence or an idea, then boost it with the example. So, there is no point in cramming, in rote learning. You can create, okay? And then lastly, what you do? Conclude. You write a concluding statement. So, conclusion means restating the thesis statement. So, you can conclude with what you said earlier in the beginning. So, this is how you deal with these guided writing first. Now, what other types of items? This is a paragraph writing, and now what other possible question types are asked? Number one, paragraph I have already discussed. Now, description of tables, charts and diagrams. When you deal with the description of tables, charts and diagrams, again you need to remember the same thing. Mostly you remember comparison while you write, while you describe the tables and charts. First, describe the data given there, and then you compare the relevant information. You have to be careful in using different vocabularies that are used for describing the tables and charts. For example, higher, lower, okay, high, less, more, less, this way. And then next, a set of instructions. So, you will be asked to write a set of instructions. For example, writing instructions for mending a bicycle puncture, or maybe cooking dal, or preparing a cup of tea. What processes are used? So, you will be asked these kind of questions as well. Next, recipe. For example, a popular form of dish like momo. Write a recipe for a momo, or maybe write a recipe for cooking a chicken curry. So, there are also certain processes and you will need to write them. Next, advertisement, which you have practiced in your classroom as well. So, you will be asked to write an advertisement. While writing an advertisement, remember to use a slogan. Champion shoes for the champions, for example. So, you will be asked to write an advertisement as well. Next, notice. So, notice for school closure, or notice for certain vacation. So, you will be asked notice as well. Set of rules and regulations. These are the things you need to practice and you need to remember. Now, the second type of guided writing is write a news story with the help of the given clues in about 100 words. Have a look at the screen. The question is there and the clues are also given there. While writing the news story, you need to connect the words together. How you are going to connect? Have a look at the sample writing I have developed. So, while writing the news story, the most important thing is the heading or headline. So, as in the newspaper or in the news broadcast, you will hear about the headline. So, that is what is the content or the topic. Lost child rescued after 3 days. So, this is the overall scenario, overall information. Then next thing you remember is byline. Byline is the name of the reporter who reports the news, or even the place where the news is reported, something and date. So, here as far as this question is concerned, this Mr. ABC Rai, this could be the informant or the reporter. That's why you can use it as a reporter, or maybe you can include it in, you can relate it with the 6-year-old child as well, but it's good if you write this as a reporter. So the next thing is lead sentence, is the main introduction, main theme, whatever you call about the story. So I have started like a 6-year-old child went missing while he was going home from his school through a forest road, was ultimately rescued by a group of woodcutters. So this is how you start writing the introduction. Second, you need body. This body paragraph includes the 5 W's. So what, where, who, and so on, the information concerning these 5 W's. And finally, you end it. This ending should be a kind of conclusion. So have a look at the strategies, what I did here. First, headline. What does headline do? Tells what the story is about. Second, byline shows who wrote the story. Third, lead tells the most important facts. Then body contains more information and details. Basically those 5 W's are here. And then ending gives something to think about. So that's a conclusion. So remember these 5 steps while writing a news story. And in this question number 6, or second type of guided writing, what are the possible question types? What questions can be asked? Others. News story, I have done it. Second, skeleton story. So you will be asked, you will be given a clues and you will be asked to write a readable story. And then another, message of condolence. Some clues are given and then you will have to write a formal message of condolence. Then formal message of congratulations. So what you need to do is, you will be given certain clues and you will have to write a message of congratulation. Another one is invitation letter. You will be asked to invite somebody for a wedding or some other special function. Then next, you will be asked to write a thank you letter as well here. And maybe another one is biography. Well, students, let's continue. Number 7, or the first free writing task. Look at the screen. The question is like this. Write a dialogue between 2 friends talking about their holiday plans after SEE. Write it in at least 6 exchanges in about 150 words. You look at the dialogue I have written. So basically, you focus on the topic in the beginning. So what's the topic? It's about holiday plan. Do not think of any other things. Directly go into the topic. So look, I have prepared 2 characters like Ramesh and Ranita, 2 friends. So the first friend starts or opens up the dialogue. Hey Ranita, the free days are coming up after the SE. Do you have any plans? So starting is like that. Remember. So do not just go like, hey, good morning, good afternoon, and so on, and try to finish like the 6 exchanges. Do not try that way, because you have to write 6 exchange and you have to limit it in about 150 words. So look at the all dialogue. First, you start up with the plan, and then what is the plan? Main point will be discussed later on, and finally you will conclude. Like, have a look at the two exchanges. They talk about the plans, then exactly they talk about exact plan, what they are going to do individually. Then next, they have talked about the plan again, and then finally they finish it. So when you look at these, what are the strategies I have used? First, determine the reason for the dialogue. The reason is that why am I writing a dialogue, or why are you writing a dialogue? That means the prompt, the idea, the content, the topic, this holiday plans. Then next, you decide the characters. You decide two friends. It's about two friends, or whatever happening, you decide two people talking, because a dialogue requires two people. So decide the characters and go directly to the topic. So you don't have to do anything else rather than that. What are other question types here? Paragraph, leave application, job application, and or dialogue. So these kind of questions are asked in this number. Now last one, number 8, the last of the writing. So you read the question and then look at the answer. So I'll be talking about what are the things you need to consider. In this question, you will have to write a letter to your friend who lives in a foreign country, and you have to talk about your about the effects of migration. So I'm not going to read it. You can read yourself. So what are the steps you need to follow? I will tell you them. So first you need to write a sender's address in a letter, and then write the date. Third, then salutation. So dear friend, dear Ram, dear Sam, dear Gita, whatever, you write friend's name. And then the introduction. The first paragraph is an introduction, what you are writing about. So here you will be asked this in question. Look, write a letter to your friend who lives in foreign country expressing your opinion about. So remember from this about the effects of such migration. So this is what is an introduction. Then next one is body. In the body paragraph, you write one idea in each paragraph, and for one idea write the supporting point. So one idea, one paragraph, and then supporting point. Supporting point can be statistics, supporting point can be an example, supporting point can be a reason. So remember what is required there, and you write that way. Then finally you conclusion. So when concluding, again you remember the restate the thesis statement, or whatever you have already talked about, then you restate it. For example, here I am eager to hear about your opinions on this issue. So this issue is what? The effect of migration. And finally you write a subscription. So you end the letter. So what are the strategies? So have a look at the screen and read it. So these are the strategies you follow for writing the letter. So what other question or other possible questions in this writing task? Personal or official letter, which we did just now. Then letter to the editor, then email, then short essay, narrative essay or argumentative essay or descriptive essay, diary or newspaper article or book review or film review. So now number 1 in grammar task, reproduction. Have a look quickly at the screen. There are 6 questions. So I will try to change them this way. The first question is let me play, supply the correct question tag. So the answer is let me play, will you? Has the man had a bath? Change into statement. The man has had a bath. She has been working here for 5 years. Change into how long question. How long has she been working here for? Number D, don't make a noise, I read. Use the correct tense of the verb read. So that's don't make a noise, I am reading. E, do not toss that paper, said the inspector. Change into indirect speech. The inspector told us not to toss that paper. Number F, did they finalize the date? Change into passive voice. What's the answer? Was the date finalized by them? So this is all about question number 9 or grammar task 1. So what is in grammar task 2? That is MCQ or multiple choice question. You have a look, starting from A, we have J here, that's ending. So let us look at this. This text is a kind of story. This makes a complete sense. So have a look here. I will read it. Once there was a well in a forest. One day a fox was walking by. Have a look. A, N, though, and no article. What is required there? Well, the well. So next. Suddenly he slipped into, on, to, from. So you choose the preposition. Then next, the well was very deep. So, however, although, in order to, you have to identify a connective. So, he could not come out of the well. He made lots of efforts, and there is a tag question. Didn't he, don't he, doesn't he, isn't he? So, past tense, didn't he. Then next, at the same time, a thirsty goat was passing by the well and saw the fox in the well. The goat asked the fox what he was doing. Look at the options. You can read them. Then the clever fox replied that he had been there to drink water. He further said the water there was very good. Hearing that, the goat jumped. There are options. You can have a look. Into the well at once. The fox stepped onto the back of the goat and jumped out of the well easily. The poor goat was left to die there in the well. The persuasive words of the clever fox made the goat jump. So this is causative. Remember, made and then first form of the verb, base form. Into the well. If the goat had thought properly, it would not have died there. So this is how you solve the grammar 2 task. So I hope you have enjoyed the class and you have learned how to deal with the writing tasks and grammar tasks given in the SEE examinations. And I have a very earnest request to the teachers as well. Dear teachers, please teach the students this way in the class to deal with the writing task. I am pretty sure then the students will develop the habit and can easily get good grades in the SEE examination. Thank you so much.